Hello, I'm John Walden, the President and CEO of NACUBO. I'm here with John Lively, who's the member of the NACUBO team in charge of the Endowment Management Forum for this year. And we're here to talk about why you should attend. John, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Endowment Management Forum for 2012?
John, I would be very happy to do that. The forum for 2012 has really two basic goals. We want to make it really one of the most satisfying intellectual experiences that our participants have. And we do that, I think, by making it both challenging from an intellectual point of view and very practical in its appeal to our participants. Our goal underwriting all of this is make sure that all professional levels of the endowment management community of NACUBO has a program that they can come to and learn from.
Great. I know that we've changed the dates this year. We'll have the Management Forum in February 8 to 10 in New York City at a new location. Tell us about that.
Well, yes, as you said, we've changed both the dates and the location, and the dates have been slipped 2 weeks. So we're down to start date at February the 8th in New York City, and we'll conclude at noon on February the 10th. So that's a Wednesday noon to a Friday. And the venue is the Waldorf Astoria Hotel, which is an absolutely wonderful, storied hotel which is convenient to all of Manhattan. So we're very excited about that.
It's a great place, but the most important thing is the topics that we'll be discussing at the forum. Please tell us about that.
It's a multi-day program, as it has been in the past, and it allows participants to have access to a broad range of intellectual institutional investment topics, such as the economics and politics, both here and globally. And that's terribly important in this upcoming election year. And finally, we've a focus on the structural and governance issues that our members are faced with in the day-to-day operations of managing their endowments.
That's a great lineup, and every year we seem to get the best speakers in the country on these topics. What does it look like this year?
Well, we're very proud of the roster of speakers that we've put together for this year. We've Mark Zandi, who is the chief economist at Moody's. We've Tucker Carlson, editor of the Daily Call, and both these people are very familiar, I think, to our participants from their TV appearances. We've Jeremy Grantham from GMO. We've Andre Perot from High Vista Strategies. And we've Kristen Gilbertson, who is the Chief Investment Officer at Penn. An absolutely strong lineup over the days. It is.
And in addition to these speakers, my understanding is that we'll have some panels which will take on different topics that people will be interested in.
Right.
Tell us a little about that.
Glad to. We have 3 plenary panels scheduled, and they're on topics that we've sensed from our participants and from others are very important to our members. The topic of inflation, the rising costs, and how you structure your endowment to manage to that. The question of evolving asset classes. As we come into this new century, we're seeing different asset classes evolve from what had been very traditional approaches to investments. And in this particular panel, we'll break out afterwards into roundtable discussions, 3 groups. And the groups will be formed based on the size of the endowment of the participants. So we'll have endowment levels between or up to $100 million, endowment levels from $100 to $500 million, and then endowment levels that are greater than $500 million. So the participants will focus around these groups depending on the size of their endowments. And this is a facet that our participants have told us they like, and it's where really some practical discussions can happen. And then finally, we'll have a panel of participants as well as institutional experts on the operational issues that happen in the management of these endowments every day. So, very strong panel lineup.
Excellent. I also know that we've added a new aspect to this year's Endowment Management Forum, and that's adding a speaker who will deal with the topic of leadership and how the participants at the forum can get back to campus and perhaps make more of an impact on keeping up with the times and leading campus change. This year's speaker is Eric Hazeltine, who has been a speaker at some of our events previously, a very distinguished individual. Eric was the Chief Technology Officer for the United States intelligence community. He was a VP for the Walt Disney Imagineering program, and he speaks regularly at NACUBO meetings on the topic of leadership, and I'm sure that everyone in attendance at the EMF will treasure the experience they have in listening to Eric Hazeltine. He's, as I said, a leader in leadership.
I've heard him. He's terrific, and I think he brings a dimension that participants will really be beneficial.
Those are a lot of good reasons to attend the Endowment Management Forum, and I'm looking forward to being there. I know you are, and I hope that we have the usual good crowd in New York on February the 8th to 10th at the Waldorf Astoria for the Endowment Management Forum. Thank you, John.
Thank you. My pleasure.